I'm Belinda Goodrich, president of PM Learning Solutions, and 2019 is proving to be a pretty interesting year for changes coming down from the Project Management Institute, PMI, regarding their credentials that they offer and the credentialing exams. So this is the first of 3 videos going through what those changes are. So first one I want to address actually has already happened. It was effective 6 days ago on July 1st, which was a switch from PearsonVUE over to PearsonVUE from Prometric. So prior to July 1st, if you wanted to take one of PMI's credentialing exams, you would take it at a Prometric location. That changed as of July 1st, and now PearsonVUE is the location for any testing. We had our first big class of students go through our PMP CAPM exam prep class, and they have started testing. So we've been able to get some great feedback on the experience at PearsonVUE. While some things have stayed the same, security procedures, you can't wear a smartwatch, you have to put your stuff in a locker, those types of things, there are some other changes that are pretty surprising, and we want to make sure that you're prepared if you're going in to take your exam. The first big change is that in the past, if you were seeking your project management professional, your PMP, you were given with a booklet of paper. And that booklet of paper was for you to do your, what we call your dump sheet, all the formulas you memorize, also used for you to make any notes, calculations, draw any type of critical path diagrams during your test. If you were pursuing your CAPM, the Certified Associate in Project Management, you were in many cases given more of a whiteboard, a laminated sheet and a marker. The experience at PearsonVUE has been the opposite. Our PMP students are reporting that they were given a whiteboard, and our CAPM students are reporting that they were given a booklet of paper. Now, it's kind of interesting when you think about it because of both exams. Which exam do you think you're going to do a lot more writing on? The PMP. So what does this mean to you? The biggest thing that it means to you if you are pursuing your PMP is be cautious with that dump sheet. And I've said this for a long time. These exams are not about memorization. They're about learning and understanding. So if you have a massive dump sheet, first of all, it's going to take way too much time to be able to jot down. But secondly, it's going to be a waste of time. Now, if you're given a whiteboard, you really want to minimize what's on that dump sheet. Stick to the formulas and only the formulas. And that way you still have room on that whiteboard for you to draw out any diagrams and make any calculations. So that's the first big change. The second big change, and this is pretty surprising, is that previously for the PMP and CAPM, you had the ability to strike through answers that you knew were wrong. Also to highlight text within the questions. This was important if you were working through a question, you weren't quite comfortable getting to an answer, and you needed to circle back to it. And that way some of that legwork has been done. At PearsonVUE, you do not have that ability to do so. So you cannot highlight in the text, and you cannot strike through any answers, unfortunately. The third big change is that at Prometric, you were prompted to do a survey prior to getting your results. And the survey was about your exam, scheduling experience, etc. So you were forced to take the survey. At PearsonVUE, that survey is actually optional, and it comes after you get your results. Kind of interesting because I think Prometric had obviously higher response rates to that survey because you were forced to take it. Most people nowadays are going to be like, yeah, no, I'm not taking that survey. Unless you're feeling super happy because you just passed a really hard exam. So a couple of major changes there. Like I say, the security procedures are the same. You still have headphones that you can put on. The other thing that changed too that I want to mention is that a lot of students were offered or asked for calculators and were given them. At Prometric, that was hit or miss whether you would be given a calculator to use or not. So kind of a good thing. Most people prefer a handheld calculator. So again, we've had our first group of students go through, so we're just starting to get this feedback in. I mean, we're less than a week with PearsonVUE. Certainly as we learn more or hear more, we'll provide updates as we go, but definitely some things to be aware of. I'm Belinda Goodrich, President of PM Learning Solutions. Again, we are here to assist you in any way that you need. So if you have questions about the PMI credentials, the exam process, and exam preparation, don't hesitate to reach out to us. We're happy to help.